There was one flight attendant at 1R. That flight attendant is hospitalized, and she was pinned by one of those evacuation slides that deployed inside of the aircraft. There is one flight attendant at the 2R door. She was also pinned by one of the evacuation slides that deployed inside of the aircraft. She was hospitalized. She broke a bone in her lower leg. She's been released, and she was interviewed by our investigators. There was one flight attendant at 3R, and that flight attendant was hospitalized. And there are 4 flight attendants in the aft portion of the cabin near doors 4L and 4R. 3 of those flight attendants and their seats were ejected from the aircraft. One of the flight attendants in the rear, in the aft cabin, was found inside the aircraft with the seat. All 4 of those flight attendants are hospitalized, and they were not interviewed. It is unknown at this time why the slides inflated inside the aircraft during the accident sequence. The manufacturer of those slides has offered assistance to our investigators, and we will be retaining the slides for evaluation and testing. At around the same time, the flight attendant who was seated in 2L, and this was the senior flight attendant who was also trained as a cabin manager, he stated he looked to 2R and he could see fire outside of the window. He sent the flight attendant who was sitting with him at 2L up to the front of the cabin to let them know that there was fire and that they needed to evacuate. We talked about that in order to get certified, an aircraft manufacturer has to show that a fully loaded aircraft can be fully evacuated within 90 seconds. What we saw here was that the first doors and slides weren't opened for about 90 seconds.